Today has to be that day that has to be good. Trust me, you need to be deliberate about what will make you happy. Work hard. It is working hard at finding what will make you happy. Can you believe that? It sounds complex. Before now, people used to just say, nah, that doesn't matter. When I put on television, somebody will do one play, I will watch one film, or something will just happen. I will laugh and I'll be happy. No, that doesn't seem to be working anymore. Work hard on your happiness. If it's a collection of songs, if it's a collection of movies, if it's just playing with your wife or the husband, well, I'm not even sure if people are playing with each other like that before again. But whatever happens, or you're just interacting with your partner, whatever needs to make you happy, stay on it, find it, work hard on it. Work on your happiness. It doesn't come easy anymore, even including playing songs like this by Star Plus. Imagine that. Let's get back to our podcast where it says Friday. We've got a lot of ground to cover. I still feel like letting you know more about some of the resolutions made by the Nigerian, the National Economic Council team that's made up of a lot of the governors. I would like to share that with you a little bit more. Just touch a little bit more what they responded to questions as they asked. And especially the part where they talked about the social register not being registrable enough. That doesn't even exist in terms of English. But how the register would not suffice to cater for the issues that there is to deal with at the end of the day. But who knows what? Okay, well, stay with me. Let me share with you some of those other details even now. All right, stay with me. This is Morning Crossfire as we go into the open mic season of the show.
The Current Affairs Show provides a new scope to the details of politics.
I actually participated in the governorship election.
Roll out vaccination in forfeit.
Let's stay away from the sides of the story and go deeper together. Let's talk weekdays at 8 a.m.
on 95.1 Nigeria Info, Abuja. Let's talk.
The Current Affairs Show.
Live on 95.1 with Femi D Live, Nigeria Info, Abuja. Let's talk.
Okay, so do you remember that part? The lawyer that did say the DSS DG, is doing his best to keep people from Nnamdi Kanu, from reflecting or following through with the court case and the likes of that. He's back now, and he's also the same one that talked about Emefiele. Remember, he came on board to talk about how the court should obey court orders with regards to Emefiele. Now he is saying that the DSS DG, Bichi, is after his life, and they should hold him responsible if anything happens to him. All right, well, just listen to his own perspective to how things are going. Take a listen quickly.
Magaji Yusuf Bichi, the director, DSSS, responsible. I repeat it again. Anything that happens to me today, I, Maxwell Opera, is saying that the director, SSS, Yusuf Magaji Bichi, should be held responsible. He is the principal suspect. What do I mean? I have written to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that as a matter of urgency, he should remove the director of DSSS. He lacks the legal capacity, the moral capacity, and the physical capacity to hold such a important position. Yes. We came here day before yesterday, that was on the 17th. We said, no, you cannot continue to keep people unlawfully in your own custody, even in the face of court judgment. As I speak to you now, I have 11 court orders directing the DSSS director to release my clients. He refused them access to their family. He refused them access to their lawyers. He refused them access to everything. And I have written to the president on this issue. And when this particular Emefiele came up, we said, of course, if there is somebody that is a victim of Emefiele, I think I should be the one. Emefiele and Bawa connived and prefer a charge against me before FCT High Court, which I'm facing the trial. But that does not mean that I will allow our law to be breached. let us get it right. They called me that I am a lawyer to Nnamdi Kanu, to IPOB. I want to reiterate, I want to state that yes, I am a lawyer to IPOB, I am a lawyer to Nnamdi Kanu. And I also want to educate the DSS director that if Nnamdi Kanu cannot produce a lawyer, the government have it as a responsibility to provide a local practitioner for one for him. That's why we have Citizens' Rights of Federal Minister of Justice. That's why we have Legal Aid Council. That's why we have a Public Complaint Commission and the National Human Rights Commission. So that one is clear. Then calling us a charge and bail lawyer. That one is a civil matter, which is coming to explain to court what he means by charge and bail lawyer.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Okay, the saga around this goes on, but it talks a few days ago about how Emefiele should be released and not be held in custody. Nnamdi Kanu should be released and not held in custody because of the court no verdict on that and the likes of that. But he also comes back around to talk about how he had not even had a good time, or should I say, an amazing time following through with the likes of Emefiele and Bawa before now, which of course are suspended by the president. But here's the catch: somewhere between when he made that statement and somewhere in between, the DSS had released a statement that has triggered quite a reaction, which I presume is leading to this set of reaction that he has brought forward. The DSS talked about how he's an IPOB lawyer, and of course, he reiterates that even in his message there. I know they did put out a tweet about this some days ago. Yeah, let me look for that tweet. They put out a tweet about this some days ago, and some said, oh, well, this is not professional. They should have just stayed out of it and not come to their own defense or make any comments about this. I hope the tweet is still there if they've not taken it down. Oh, yes, it's there. The response was, let me see, where does the first tweet start from? Sequent to an Abuja High Court order of 13 July 2023, the Department of State Services hereby confirms that Mr. Godwin Emefiele has been charged to court in compliance with the order. And then they say the services measures the public... okay, wait, where am I starting from? All right. It talks about, yes, that was on 13th of July. They mentioned that he's been charged to court on 13th of July. And then they do say the services assures the public of professionalism, justice, and fairness in handling of this matter, and indeed discharging of its duties within the confines of the law. That was the response provided on July 13 by Peter Afunaya, doctor, right? Public relations officer for the DSS in Abuja. And as at yesterday, July 18, not yesterday now, on July 18, they described Maxwell Opara in his tweet, and it starts off this way: charge and bail over zealous, uninformed IPOB ESN lawyer Maxwell Opara mobilizes other like-minded lawyers against the DG SSS. Futile efforts. Well, Nigerians beware. This is in bad faith. Transpired aggression. And then it goes on. Another part of the tweet talks about a Biafran Republic agitator and outlawed IPOB counsel defending the suspended CBN governor. Is IPOB defending one of theirs? What a contradiction. What is the connection? Is someone telling us something? May Maxwell be properly educated on the points of law, please. All right. This is really, really, really an outright response, I would say, from the DSS, asking questions, as one would say. But they do also say, look through carefully. How can somebody who represents IPOB also be representing the suspended CBN governor? Is there a connection? Is it responsible? I remember the charges brought against Emefiele was on the counts of, I think one of the counts was firearms, which was found in his residence. So that comes into play as part of the perspectives to share viewpoints on as well. Meanwhile, in the Senate, there were heated arguments about probe on firearms misuse by customs. I can't take the full argument, but it was an intense argument along the lines of that. Now, some other people also still are making reference to the Senate, especially on subsidy removal. A group has come forward to hail the service, or should I say, the devotion of Akpabio and Abbas over the speedy approval of funds for palliatives. Take a listen to their view and the reason why they think so.
Use of the subsidy removal, which came as an unrest and turbulence in the heart of many citizens, is now something to be less worried about. All thanks to the leadership of the National Assembly, which is led by Senator Godfrey Akpabio and Dr. Abbas Tajuddin as the Speaker. With the 185 billion for Ministry of Works and Housing to alleviate the impact of the severe flooding experience in the country in 2022, on road infrastructure across geopolitical zones, our nation will experience a fast recovery from the loss of properties and also regain swift mobility for daily activities. This is coming at a time when flood victims and many affected households had thought they were forgotten and abandoned. The Coalition of Civil Society for Good Governance and Equality in Nigeria, we are convinced beyond doubt that Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas is a passionate leader who moves towards things not yet seen.
This is Morning Crossfire.
All right, well, that covers that. It tells you where they're inclined towards. Okay, there are many other issues as well hanging in the balance. Forgive me, it's Friday. I try to squeeze in as much as you need to know of what's going on. Now, the military has also provided its own briefing as regards things. They are saying over 200 million deal have been blocked. Okay, that's talking about insecurity deals, money moving across borders, somebody buying weapons and the likes of that and ammunition. And right now, they are in full mode to go against and go after bandits and criminals in joint operations across Nigeria. They did provide a briefing of about 31 minutes, but I can't take it all on. I'll play a part of what they said for you. Take a listen to the military providing briefing on how they're in fully activated mode at this time. All right. Well, some say do small kinetic, small non-kinetic, but as it stands, total kinetic is what they're inclined about. What is kinetic? It means an aggressive, an all-out aggression in this light. Take a listen to their own viewpoint and how they provided this briefing.
This is Morning Crossfire.
And intelligence at terrorist hideouts in Yawa, Borno State. The location was active with terrorist activities, thereafter acquired and then subsequently attacked with bombs. After action review revealed that many of the terrorists were neutralized and their structures destroyed. In the course of operations, troops of Operation Harden K recovered 7 AK-47 rifles, 2 FN rifles, 1 .36 hand grenade, 100 rounds of 7.62 special ammo, 2 mobile phones, food items, and the sum of 2,104,000 naira. Troops equally neutralized 6 terrorists and arrested 8 suspected terrorist collaborators. Troops rescued 10 kidnapped civilians during these operations. Let's now move to the North Central Joint Task Force Operation Safe Haven. Troops of Operation Safe Haven raided criminal hideouts and recovered weapons. Troops also got ambushed along road Mangu, Punshit, while trying to respond to distress call about assailants attacking citizens in Mangu local government area of the state. Troops charged through the ambush, overcame it. Thereafter, troops also neutralized 3 of the assailants while others escaped.
not play politics with security.
Let's talk about the biggest conversations.
Made of trustworthy ideas.
Passionately connected
To everyone.
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I do it every morning on Morning Crossfire from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Nigeria Info 95.1, and I'm Femi D. Amede. Join the biggest conversation around national politics every day in a way that is trustworthy, full of passion, and yes, covers the biggest politics and the stories that matter to you. See, you have all the reasons to find out what's going on in Nigeria and be engaged differently. Let's talk. That's the way to go, even this morning.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Nwachukwu. I'm the host of Hard Facts, and I bring you the biggest stories driving conversation every weekday here on 95.1 Nigeria Info Hard Fact Show. I love to get your opinion and conjectures, but the facts you cannot dispute here on Hard Facts. Join me and let's talk.
My name is Elder Emma Okoro. I'm interested in rebuilding my nation, and so I have to join the beginning of cleaning of the environment. The Gariki environment here is totally filthy and unhealthy for our people. So when Mayor Fortune decided that Abuja should come out, I decided to join because it's for the good of our people, our children, our wives, and our families. That's why I'm part of this group, so that I'll be part of those who have started the journey to rebuild Nigeria.
In case you are wondering, well, my name is Fortune. I'm the mayor of the FCT, and I'm excited about this initiative. I believe it's going to be a big one. This is the first many who are coming to your area very soon. So we expect you to come out. We expect you to put your hands on the plow. It's high time we stop complaining. Let's get something done. If the government is refusing to do it, or they are overwhelmed because they can't do everything, let's do what we can do, and then we hold them accountable for the rest. I think that's what this is about. It's not about politics, not about anybody. It's about people coming out to do what they believe they can do to help their society and the environment at large. That's the thrust for us, and that is why we are here. I'm excited, and I thank you for joining us. Thank you so much.
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I do it every morning, Morning Crossfire, 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Nigeria Info 95.1 and Femi D. Amede. Join the biggest conversation around the national politics every day. So we trustworthy, full of passion, and yes, covers the biggest politics and the stories that matter to you. See, you have all the reasons to find out what's going on in Nigeria and be engaged differently. Let's talk. That's the way to go, even this morning.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Nwachukwu. I'm the host of Hard Facts, and I bring you this driving conversation every weekday here on 95.1 Nigeria Info Hard Fact Show. I love to get your opinion and conjectures, but the facts you cannot dispute here on Hard Facts. Join me and let's talk.
My name is Elder Emma Okoro. I'm interested in rebuilding my nation, and so I have to join the beginning of the environment. The Gagi environment here is totally filthy and unhealthy for our people. So when Mayor Fortune decided that Abuja should come out, I decided to join because it's for good for our people, our children, our wives, and our families. That's why I'm part of this group, so that I'll be part of those who started the journey to rebuild Nigeria.
In case you are wondering, well, my name is Fortune. I'm the mayor of the FCT, and I am excited about this initiative. I believe it's going to be a big one. This is the first of many who are coming to your area very soon. So we expect you to come out. We expect you to put your hands on the plow. It's high time we stop complaining. Let's get something done. If the government is do it, or they are overwhelmed, or they can't do everything, let's do what we can do, and then we hold them accountable for the rest. I think that's what this is about. It's not about politics, not about anybody. It's about people coming out to do what they believe they can do to help their society and the environment at large. That's the thrust for us, and that is why we are here. I'm excited, and I thank you for joining us. Thank you so much.
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. Do it every morning on Morning Crossfire, 5 to 9 a.m. on Nigeria Info 95.1. To take a course, quite a number of issues to go on. The one I really wished I could pay more for, but be the one that surrounds what the governors are thinking as to appropriation to this issue of fuel, as we have, as I keep saying scarcity, so you can see fuel subsidy issues. But let's weigh in. No more social register. 1,000 naira, something. Good or not good idea? That seems to be on. So what is going to be the go around keeping things going? Some say it's transportation. But by the way, so let's wade into any topic of this as I'm listening to you this very morning. Hello. Yes, good morning to you.
Your name is Charles. I'm calling from Usetu.
Oh, just good. Yes.
Femi.
Yes.
I want to talk about the DSS. I read that tweet 2 days ago, and I was crying for the same call hours. There was this Kabiru Sokoto who was on trial. Who was accused of the Madala bombing years ago. He had a lawyer. He had a representative. It was pure case. There was time the DSS came to call the law names or something. Now, a government agent out that will come and speak to me as a human, as an enlightened person, and said a lawyer can bear. Lawyers, there were over 50 lawyers that made that press conference, and they said they were Ted and Bell. And I asked, the same system they have been doing that is provoking the people. This attitude we have brought the extension you're seeing in the East today. Deodorant for some region, and Otapia for some region. That is really the problem.
Okay.
And yes, we could change the same system. You see that bridge that is the DSS director.
Thank you.
Where is Bowie?
All right.
Is he not in detention? This powerful too.
All right, but let's leave it at that.
Where is the same?
Thank you, so I can take another calls. Good morning.
Hello, Femi.
How are you today?
Nothing break the news like the news.
Yes, and I can prove it.
Yes, open mic, right?
Yes, it is.
I want to start by greeting Nigerians, Barrister Hassan, Mike Wolos, and many of Hafsat. We always hear them your message. You're welcome. Good morning. Say, where is Laribu? Where are the Barbary girls? Where are the Chibok girls? Where are the other people that are in captivities? We know it happened during the past administration, and we are urging this government something about them. And I want to say, our military men, feeling, with bandits. We don't want to hear of entered bandit. We don't want to be hearing repentant Boko Haram. No, they should be on them. They should deal with decisively. They shouldn't have anything on them. And I want to ask them to keep it up. They shouldn't be distracted by some elder that they say, they should be carrot and stick. No, we don't want to hear and stick. We don't want to hear any bring to table to negotiate. No.
Thank you. Good to hear you. All right, let's take on the next call. Good morning.
Good morning, dear Amela. I greet you. How are you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for calling in.
This is from Kongo, the good man. I greet all listeners and the callers. I want to start asking, Is there any democracy without rule of law and without judicial rule of law? Is there anything like democracy? What is it doing now? This platform. They will tell you, not, but what? We're just watching to see how Nigeria is going without rule of law. How many court judgments have come against government? They disobeyed it. Just this recent one. We know what they're hiding because Steve might have something exposed. And they don't want to hear.
Okay.
Yeah? So, but what we're talking about, let them continue because the next one will go rest. Even him, not affecting Nigeria is going to move forward. And finally, let me talk about those who are asking. We are asking them, this country, again, this country, doing this a good law, Jonathan, to remove subsidies. This government and the support of history, all Nigerians should occupy Nigeria. But unfortunately, they occupy only Lagos. Nigeria. Then, ask them.
Okay, so let me leave it with you. There are a lot of people waiting. You're on the line only for so long. Yes, morning to you. Good morning. Welcome. All right, right?
I want you to educate me on this. Our National Assembly or House, don't they have the right or the power caution DSS to break court order? Don't they have the right to caution DSS to break court order in this country? Because they don't do it now. Members have a constitution to play DSS one day because all of them having that issue what they are saying. They even the court says release them. They have the power to do that. They don't do it now.
They don't have the power to do that.
They don't have power to
they don't. They can only yes, they can only the DSS boss to come provide perspective on your state action and not follow the jury, but they cannot enforce. They don't have the power to do that.
To direct them to obey rule of law.
They can direct.
One has come and disobey it and go to continue. What now? That's my take. Thank you.
Right. You know that. All right. Good morning to you. Come to the show. Welcome. Good to have you on.
This is a man calling from Kuma Federal.
Okay, good.
APC put more action for Nigeria. So anybody when the state good thing from APC administration is what done because of the government is rolling, the followers are suffering hunger and they reach about it. So see, because they can't play for it, because the judges are suffering. That's why we advise the judiciaries and the election of Mr. Petty. The only one all was for the office. Thank you, Mr. Femi. God bless you.
All right, so much. Okay. Yes, keep it up, of course. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Dr. Femi G.
Yes. Welcome.
Femi G, is this really the problem that none of our leaders talk about the issue of refinery? Is it involved to oil refinery in this country? Dangote refinery was commissioned. Is it functioning, Femi? Was it a charity? What is really wrong? You look at the trajectory of the failure of these country leaders. It has been down. And it's so annoying. They are doing this thing. This was the same thing Jonathan did not. The same thing Buhari did not. Tinubu has taken charge more. And there is nothing to show for what he's doing. And what is really the problem? That is why some of us giving up. Security has become a normal thing. Nobody is even discussing it. You see that the subsidy removal has taken. We don't even know what to do. We take decision, you reverse it, and then at the end of the day, you have nothing to do. When you look at what is happening, what is being, in every moment, there is an iota of truth. What the cabinet is trying to institute. You look at the caliber talking about. At the end of the day, the former governors, it will become the senators, it will become the former ministers, so we still come back. So the same agenda that for their interest, that interest is destructive.
Okay.
Because where we are now is total fiasco. Fiasco is highly disappointing.
Thank you. In the meantime, attention that the reps are kicking against electricity increase tariff. They say the timing is totally wrong. Good morning to
Good morning, once again, Dr. Femi Diamela, Remy Mahombo South, Karale Tinubu Peking.
All right, good to have you.
Free open mic, right?
It is.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, there is no right time for the right thing. Every time the time to do the right thing. and I have utmost confidence in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that it's not only going to surpass expectations, it's going to cement its legacy as one of the best presidents in Nigeria. Inshallah. He had on his first mandate we gave him, he had 40 months, 48 months, 12 months per year, and he has spent less than 2 months. But some people are already writing him off. Some 88, 48. In fact, 86 when we renew it in 20, inshallah ta'ala.
Let me ask you this. You say he has 48 months. True, you're right about that. Yes. Also think at the pace with the last 2 months, who would have survived to even be writing anybody off? I mean, 2 months has been
Believe you me, people have survived civil war. People have survived civil war.
Are you saying the situation we are in? Are you in the situation we are in should be likened to?
I'm not liking it to civil war. I'm saying it's a worse off situation than
economic
what we're going through.
Economic war.
Economically. We've gone through much more. At least, even though I was much younger than Abacha, between 1995 there about to 98, I understand when we pull out of common and other things. I understood. I was young. I how our food is at home that time. But today it is history. So it's a process. It is a process. You cannot blame a man who was there for less than 2 months for the sins of others who have been there in 1999. It is unacceptable. And it is what Femi did.
Yeah.
We are addressing our leaders. We use persuasive words and select our words carefully. Because you are the manager, for example, or you are the project manager, program manager, for example, you will not accept whether it's right or wrong to use language that are not acceptable. Yeah. So we should persuade, they should use the appropriate word, and we should do what is right. Not coming maligning your leaders on air and before international community, and you want them to be rebellious on us. Even if it's not supposed to respect you.
Are you not also not sure sometimes the words people use are a true reflection of how they're presented accordingly? I mean, that's something to wonder. But
if it is that how they take themselves, it should be for themselves, not for public consumption. This we are reaching out to the world and trying to inspire the younger generation to the best, more than even us that are speaking.
I'm going to let you go now so that I can take on Prime, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. Let me speak to the team for you, Prime, and then I'll be back to it. That's just so much to cover as always.
Nothing's the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I do it every morning on Morning Crossfire from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Nigeria Info 95.1, and I'm Femi D. Join the biggest conversation around the national politics every day.